Welcome to the channel, guys. I am War Master Moloch, and this is an early game start guide to the first sorceress, the mother of the Druki, and the hot MILF in your area, Morathi of the Dark Elf Cult of Pleasure. She has one of the more interesting campaigns of any of the characters in Total War Warhammer 2, and she also has probably the most complex start position of all of the Dark Elves. So let's get started with the campaign, and I'll show you how to get through it. All right, so let's talk about what makes this a complex start position. Considering that Dark Elves are one of the strongest factions in Total War Warhammer, what makes this tough? Well, the main thing is that Morathi is surrounded by enemies and her friends are a very, very long way away. So you start out at war with this basic Dark Elf faction. That's not really a big deal, but it has to be borne in mind that her starting army is not amazing. It's good, it's not amazing, and you can very easily go wrong if you don't make the right steps early on. In addition to this faction, though, you've got Alith Anar over here. You don't start at war with him, but you will be at war with him soon enough. And the same goes for Hexoatl down here. So you have a lot of problems very close to you. And then just to really kick you in the teeth, you start out at war with the faction Tiranoc, a high elf faction which will come over and invade you either at Sildra Tor or the Moon Shard. And they are a problem because they're high elves. Early game, they are substantially stronger than dark elves. So you've got to plan accordingly, and you need to be ready to take them on, Sildra Tor, Tiranoc, and you need to be preparing to take out Alith Anar and dealing with the possibility that you may wind up with a very significant lizard problem before you can strengthen. So I'm going to show you how to go through that in this campaign and how to basically get this starting faction wiped out, take Arendheim, and subdue Tiranoc enough that you have a bit of breathing room so that you can then expand in your campaign. So let's get started with that. We'll also be looking to get a Black Ark, because if you're playing Dark Elves, you always want a Black Ark. So let's get to it.
Is it time?
Morathi comes to here.
Drives me.
The assassin comes to here. I don't embed it straight away because we're not going to be fighting straight away, and it costs you a little bit of money. We're going to recruit 3 units of Dark Shards. And we're going to upgrade the Halls of Mustering, because you can get 2 heroes from that. Masters, brilliant heroes, especially at this stage. You can use them for tanking, but even more important than that, early doors, they boost your growth, and that's very important for building up the ancient city of Quintex. We want to get that to tier 3 as soon as possible. Now for research, I just click on Revel in Suffering, because that takes care of the first 14 turns, adding income from your interns and growth for Founded on Tyranny and Revel in Suffering. And that's all you really need to do there. So you got your recruitment, you got your building, and you got your research. Let's move. We'll embed the assassin there, and I like to come down to about here.
Let all tremble.
Okay, there's Nelosi. She has 8 units at the moment. She will have more very, very soon.
Speak.
So we're just going to end the turn, because there's nothing else really for us to do here. And there we go. Now you can auto-resolve it, but as you can see, you lose 4 units, and you don't want to lose 4 units. So I'm going to show you how to fight this manually and minimize your casualties, because it's not an easy battle per se. She has 5 ranged units and a hell of a lot of infantry. So let's get started. Okay, so this is why I was so discerning about where I put my army on the campaign map. Because here's the thing, you'll be fighting on basically this map no matter where you land in that area of the map when you finish up on the campaign. But your starting position and the terrain changes according to where you're positioned on the campaign map. And putting myself there gives us this pond. And these ponds slow you down. So as the enemy walks towards you, they will be slowed down as they approach. That is useful to us because we're not going to be moving towards them. We're going to be standing waiting to shoot them. I'm going to put my witch elves there. I'm going to put these guys here so that there's as much pond room for them to move through as possible. Now, the Hydra and Morathi are going here. I am going to group them. And then over here, that shouldn't be in a group, we're going to have our Dark Riders with crossbows. They're going to be used to try and lure a unit or two away, ideally more. You know, if they can move 4 or 5 across, that would be lovely. But I don't think that's very likely. The Assassin's going to go here to tank. These guys are going to go here to tank. Actually, I'm going to have them level at the start. Click the wrong unit there. I'll tell you why we're going to have them level, because what we want is for the AI to get their dark shards into range to shoot, and then we can move forward on them and start shooting them from the same kind of distance and whittling them down. If you have your tank units too far forward, this guy's invisible, bear in mind. If you have your tank units too far forward, they'll stop about here and start shooting at them instead. We want them to come to here, get in shooting range, and then we'll bring these guys forward quickly, and hallelujah, our guys are shooting at them and we have tanks in place without having additional casualties for no reason. That's enough talking. Let's get on with the fighting. Now, if we can shoot at the dark shards, that would be ideal because they're the greatest threat. Oh, they're turning around to shoot at us. That's fine because that makes them mess up their approach. As you can see, one unit is already moving away. I really don't like how close they insist upon getting before firing. Dark Riders with crossbows are not great, but I do like to use them as a distraction in this. So, Morathi needs to come forward. So does the Hydra. So if I just pull those to there.
Fury, come forth. Come with me.
And then this, I want to stick a flame breath right into there because it's going to hit a lot of units at once there. Potentially, anyway. Not amazing. See how they've been drawn into different directions there? One of their units of Dark Shards is moving in a bad direction for them. The Hydra getting shot up is fine because that thing can regenerate. I just want it to get to there. She's going to get the chance to cast another spell soon. So you've got one unit of Dark Shards chasing there. You've got a unit of Dread Spears chasing there. You've got a unit that looked like it was going to go around the side, which would have been annoying, but it hasn't done that. Usually won't, so that's fine. These are now well positioned. We've got stuff within shooting range, which means we can bring our tanks forward. Get Morathi back. And we are going to hit a flame breath into there. Should have waited a second there, actually stuck that into there. We're going to bring the Witch Elves around the side now. And I want the Hydra to go and kill that general because that thing's annoying me. Aim into that blob there. You aim at there. Pull this unit of Dark Shards back a little bit. The Hydra is not doing a great job at finishing those off. Shoot them.
First sorceress.
Dark elves. No survivors.
General's proving aggravatingly tanky, but it's okay. We've got us control of the situation.
Bloody murder.
Destroy everything.
And it looks like we've just hit the army losses. Okay, the Hydra's pretty fast, so we're going to have that go over there. Get these over there.
Following orders. Get out of here. Eager
You guys shoot at them because there's more of them.
the merciless foot.
Kill the General.
Morathi.
Morathi's pretty fast, so I'm going to try and get some spells into there. And obviously, we have this unit here. Where's something we can chase after? You want to whack these as hard as you can.
Forward.
Those are Dark Shards. We definitely want to get rid of them.
Comes.
Merciless.
Let's get these moving forward, just in case we can get some more shots in.
Battle ready.
Witch elves.
Witch Elves are pretty swift.
Morathi. Going now.
What I'll do is I'll just give her an attack command. Oh, are those... Those are Dark Shards. Go after them. Because that unit's almost full. That will hopefully get rid of this unit of Black Ark Corsairs. Malekith is not a great spell, but at this stage, any kind of spell whatsoever is pretty damn useful. Yep, that unit's wiped out, so we're going to keep chasing that.
Dark Rider crossbow.
Not doing a great job of chasing that down, but there you go.
Urathan.
Behold my fury.
The more damage we can do here, the better.
Feel my fury.
Yeah, there we go. If we can whittle away that unit, that's perfect for us.
Morathi.
Man, this assassin is super slow.
Dark deeds. Let hatred fly.
How's he getting on?
Merciless warriors.
This unit is getting wiped out nicely. I think we should manage to kill that one off entirely.
Morathi.
She should get another Malekiths into this.
At my command.
Dark elves.
Yeah, we'll get rid of that unit.
Morathi.
This one will survive, sadly.
Fury.
They're wiped out, that's good. It's mostly about what these guys manage now. They're going to kill this unit off. Let's speed it up. Down to 10. You need to get them down to 5% or lower to wipe a unit out entirely. So we need another 2 kills here. Oh, we got everything. Cool. Okay, so we wiped out most of the army. That's all good. We'll obviously take the replenishment and the interns. They are going to get replenishment over the intern, so we're just going to have to deal with that. And they'll also have a garrison to their advantage.
Goddess forbids it.
We're going to get Morathi on her way down to Lightning Strike. That's actually more important than her magic line at the moment. As good as her magic line can be, it's mostly about Soul Stealer and Pit of Shades, especially Pit of Shades once she's on Sulafet. lightning strike is more important because you're going to be fighting a lot of battles with this girl. We're going to increase in-turn income.
I watch from the shadows.
Again, it offers you Pyrrhic victory as the auto-resolve, but again, you lose 4 units, so we're not going to accept that. Okay, you still got to be cautious with these battles, because this is not an insubstantial army that they're bringing, and ours isn't amazing, so you've got to be smart with these things. I'm going to put the assassin there, I'm going to put the witch elves there, tank units here and here, Morathi there, Bernie boy there, there we go, and let's get started. Now they have all their range consolidated in the middle there, which suits us. I'm going to say let's stick a flame into there. The range all being over here while there's melee here is good for us because it means we can either lure units across by harassing them or force them to
Ulthuan's doom.
just take shots in the back. Right,
I move.
come back now. Right, come back. I'm going to put the witch elves over here. Should have done that sooner, to be honest.
My revenge comes.
And now we're going to narrow these down a little bit
Mother of the Druki.
because we have that option. The ranged units have held back, so we're going to bring our dread spears forward.
Peacemaker. Indeed.
Morathi can come back to there. These come to here. This goes to here. No, don't engage in melee just yet, because you can get a burn in there. Or alternatively, you can get bogged down in melee. Wonderful.
The merciless host.
Morathi. Fury comes forth.
Druki, attack! Following orders.
There we go.
Get out of here!
Mother of vengeance.
Back!
And now I want a flame breath eventually into that, but apparently wants to delay us from that as much as possible. Keep chasing those.
Cold-blooded killers.
We'll turn these around.
To destruction! Carnage awaits!
No. I was clicking the wrong thing there. That's what I wanted to go over there.
Chain!
Stick the burn on there. Or alternatively, just charge into melee like a dick. That's fine though, it's bogged that down.
Cold-blooded killers!
At my command.
Now if our dread spears die, our dread spears die. I don't care.
Destroy! The battle is lost!
Witch elves. Kill me.
Now we're going to charge into that. Now we're going to turn these around. Get rid of that. They should rout any second now. Okay, they're wiped out. And the army losses have just kicked in. Now, we're going to hold on and let them run as much as possible. We'll turn these off of fire at will, because our Hydra can regenerate, so we'll get as much health back for that as we can. I'm speeding. In fact, I will pause it so you don't have to bother watching it. Alright, so we've lost one unit. Doesn't matter in the slightest. That one's very badly beaten up. Quite a few of them are badly beaten up, to be honest, but it doesn't especially matter to us because we mostly want Dark Shards. So we're going to loot and occupy. Now, because we started building up this building straight away, we can recruit masters here now. And we're going to get 2 of them. Cunning is decent. We'll have that. And, I mean, it doesn't especially matter which we go with here. We'll go for that one. Neither of them had amazing traits. Morathi, you go with Dreaded Intern Recruiter. For there, you put 3 into that and then 1 into Infamous Raider. That's what gets you the most money. And then it's Draft Master, Lightning Strike. And then you go for her Magic and Sulifet. The Assassin, I am going to go with post-battle loot. You need money in this campaign. And now, we're going to recruit through units of Dark Shards with shields, because that's useful to us. So, now, you embed your masters in there.
I've skills to show. This is real military might.
And you come over to Iron Spike.
Your words are nothing.
That's offering you a decisive victory. But here's the thing. Tiranoc could show up at any time, and they show up with like minimum 15 units. You want to be as strong as possible for them. That auto-resolve can be an absolute sod to deal with. So, I'm going to put this on Morathi, and we're going to grind this battle out manually. I'm not going to make you watch it, but you will want to fight this manually just to avoid any surprise casualties.
I'm victorious.
As you can see, minimal casualties are the name of the day. It was mostly the Dark Riders with crossbows who took the brunt of it. They're not a particularly important unit. We're going to loot and occupy here as well. And we are going to recruit 3 more units of Dark Shards with shields. Morathi can have more in Intern Recruiter.
Whispers of disobedience.
We will go with Hawkeye for him. The assassin, that is.
A terror to their
Stimulate
enemies.
growth for each of the masters.
A would-be traitor amongst us.
Now here's the thing. We're going to have a rebellion at Ancient City of Quintex next turn. We're going to start repairing these just to bring that stuff to a halt gradually. I don't particularly want to spend that money, but it's part of the job, unfortunately. Now, with regard to rights, what we want to do is once we've united the entire province, we're going to hit Demand Highborn Hostages, which is the public order commandment, and then Sacrifice to Authority, and that should give us plus 12 public order for a while. Very, very useful. This is going to be a Chaos Rebellion up here. Get used to that, because that's what you get with Morathi. As long as she's been somewhere for a while anyway, because she spreads Chaos Corruption, which is a pain in the ass. Alright, get rid of that. And now we are going to haul ass up towards this Chaos Rebellion. I guarantee it'll have a Hell Cannon in there, because they always seem to here at Ancient City of Quintex.
Madness.
end that turn.
The air.
And there you can see Alith Anar showing up. That does happen sometimes. He's not likely to declare war straight away. Okay.
I watch from the shadows.
Now we should be able to auto-resolve this.
Surrender.
We'll lose the Witch Elves. Do I care? No. They're not that
For
useful.
the Witch King. I have need of slaves.
Now, we're going to get down to here.
Ambition makes haste.
I'll say Alith Anar is not going to attack us right now. We're going to recruit another 2 units of Dark Shards with shields. Levels for these guys.
Traitors do not last long. Hate incarnate.
For this one, I'm going to say damage walls, just in case we need that to get inside a city. That can happen sometimes.
We shall see.
We're not going to put growth into either of these. We're waiting to get Ancient City of Quintex up to tier 3. That is the absolute priority. As you can see, they were just like, nah, we don't want any more of this, let's go. Sildrator has been destroyed. That is the arrival of Tiranoc. That doesn't always happen. They don't always take the Moonshard out like that, but it can happen a lot. I'm going to come to here,
Ride, Solifet.
because they've raised that place. So I'm going to go into ambush stance, because I think they're going to repopulate it, which will make the battle against them much, much easier. We're going to end that turn. There you go. They've populated the Moonshard, which means their army's now been weakened.
Such delights. I refuse this insolence.
And it's now absolute pish.
Revenge awaits.
So we'll just auto-resolve it this time. This time we're only going to occupy it because we don't want to cause another rebellion at the ancient city of Quintex. Go for demand highborn hostages.
Enchanting beauty.
We'll go for infamous raider there, as I said.
A would-be traitor amongst us.
For here, I'm going to say let's go scavenger gang.
Destructive, this one. Useful.
And for this, I'm actually going to say training. Get the level of our units up. And let's go.
Mother of
And now we hit the right sacrifice to authority to get public order, because that then gives us a window to haul ass over to Tiranoc.
Morathi.
You've got to watch out, because there's a whirlpool here that will absolutely trash you. And actually, it looks like there's there's a storm. So we're going to have to hold out for the moment. How bad will it be? I'm going to brave it.
Sorceress of Grond.
I'm going to take the miserly hoard of treasure there. I don't need the additional fight, even if it does give her some experience.
People grow restless.
Okay, all is looking well there. As you can see, our public order is solid, even though Morathi's
And the
not here.
first sorceress.
End the turn.
I watch from the
As you can see,
shadows.
minimal issues there. I want the assassin to scout out. There we go. There's a full army, but it's outside the settlement. The garrison of Tiranoc is not amazing.
I am Morathi.
So I'm going to get us to there.
Trim the sails. Speak.
That's not going to let us hit
The
there.
waves.
So we've got to decide how we're going to handle this.
This is
Because that's a lot of stuff to kill. Do you know what?
Mother of the Druki.
It's not going to let us get on the bloody shore. Okay, that's fine. We will hold up for another turn. I would have liked to go in there straight away. Now, because public order is solid with that right, now we go to the growth one. Increase intern production quota. Because that'll help us get Ancient City of Quintex up faster. Hopefully they'll come to sea and attack us there, but if they don't, they don't. I just wanted to make it as easy for them to do it as possible. No, they've gone inside the settlement.
My son will be Phoenix King. Phoenix Queen.
Okay. Now, brace yourselves, guys, because this is going to be long and there's going to be a lot of cheese. So, let's get to it. Okay. So, what you've got to do here is quite long and painstaking, because we've got a lot of guys to kill. So, we're going to get into groups of 2.
Dark shards. Cold-blooded killers.
Stick them here for the moment, and then I'm going to decide how we best go for the approach. And we'll group those 2 together as the last one. Now, we're hidden at the moment. Obviously, the towers can shoot at you. There's a little area here, though, where you can't actually be shot. And it's a matter of how we maximize that. We will stick these in here. The Hydra can go here. The Masters of Morathi can go here. And the Assassin will stay here. We'll gamble. It will backfire on us, I'm sure. Oh, it didn't. Okay, that's nice. In fact, it almost doubled our starting magic. Okay, so what we need to do here is waste the enemy's ammo, because that's the most dangerous thing they've got. So to start out, we're going to move these forward.
Feel my rage.
As you can see, there's a firing cone there. We need to get into this space here.
Going.
And we do that by moving these guys accordingly. And once you're there, the tower can't shoot at you, but these guys can if they're faced in the right direction. At the moment, they're not. Although they are kind of cheating a little bit and going for it anyway. Okay, now Morathi,
Vengeance.
because she's got the magic, she can come to here.
Forward. Morathi moves.
Master Druki.
And so can the Master. So I want Morathi to just stand there for the moment. And I want the Master to come round to here. And this is where we're going to waste the ammo. We'll get to about here, actually. Because here's the thing. If you have a look at these cones, there and there, you got a space here in the middle where the towers can't shoot at you, but the archers can. So you just got to get to that, and then you've only got to worry about the archers. Okay, and you just move back and forth here like this to waste the archer ammo. I'll pause it so you don't have to watch it, you know the story. Okay, so these units at the front here are out of ammo. Wouldn't it be nice to have a really good spell here to clear some of this crap out, but hey-ho. Now, Morathi is going to cast her spells on the guys that still have ammo. Her magic is not particularly powerful at this stage, and I might have to pause here and there because we're going to have to really cheese the magic as hard as we can here, because there's a lot of guys who we have to kill. We want to take out the guys who have ammo because they can do the most damage to us. There we go, she started to rack up some kills now. As you can see, the Hydra is almost fully regenerated there. There we go. This unit is now carking it very quickly. How many more ranged units do we have to worry about? So there's one there, one there, one there, one there. So we've got a fair bit of range still to work our way through. Still decent amounts of magic to use. And because these units haven't been killed, they're obstructing territory in which they could put a shooting unit. So these guys are going to show up and they're going to have their backs to us, so we can now cast on them as well. See? They can't shoot at us, we can kill them with magic. I'm not going to keep using the casts on these archers with light armor because what's the point? There's only 6 of them left. We want to get up to 30 winds of magic before we do any casting because we need to eke out as much magic as we can. We also have 3 instances of Power of Darkness which we can cast on the Hydra because that hurts the Hydra, which we can then regenerate. And she gets more magic regen because of that. You get the idea of this, so I'm going to pause it while I finish the job. Okay, so we've used up all of her magic charge, almost wiping out that unit and that unit there. It's not an effective, not an especially powerful spell, as I said. So now we're going to aim for some spearmen just to use up the last of her magic, and that's when we start to move our archers in. And we should get 2 more casts out of this. Shame we didn't have enough to eke out a 3rd extra cast there, but hey ho. It all helps. Okay, so she's racked up 207 kills. Now, here's what we need to do at this stage. We need to start bringing these guys forward. So, we're going to turn them off of fire at will. We're going to leave them on guard mode. And then we're going to give them some cover. And the cover is the Hydra. So we're going to slow this down. Bring that across to here. Because as you can see, we've cast Power of Darkness on that Hydra. And it still hasn't been hurt. So that's perfect for us. And what we'll do now is we'll move it towards the tower. Because that way it will shoot at what's... The tower will shoot at what's closest to it. We are taking some shots from the other tower. You can cover that by getting the master in the way there. There you go. As soon as they're all clear of that fire cone, he moves out the way. Get to there, make it keep firing at the Hydra. Okay, so we've taken a couple of casualties, but nothing major. Now we're going to move 2 units to there. And we're just going to bring them across to here. And now we're going to move the... Now we're going to leave the Hydra there for the moment. We'll speed this up because this takes time. Because they're all balled up in this area here, which makes their movement slow. We're just going to get deeper and deeper. Okay, he's now out of regen, so let's get him out of the way.
Dark shards! Forward! Forward! Battle ready! Going! Merciless warriors! Druki! Advance! Druki! Dark shards!
And you see, it takes a little while to get them into position.
Slaughter! Dark shards!
And now they're there, we can start shooting at stuff, but we don't want to be shooting directly into the front here because Dark Elf crossbows are terrible at it. As you can see, we're no longer getting shot by anything. We might get shot by those, but there's only 6 of them. What we're going to do now is we're going to rush through this tower. We'll take some shots, but that's fine. We're just going to get to here. Okay. Relatively unscathed. And we're not going to go for the archers because they're shit in melee. We're going to go for lob shots against melee troops. Get that master out of the way there. Go for them next. Oh, they are managing to shoot something of ours. Okay, they are managing to get some shots on us from there, and I don't want that to carry on, so let's just move to here. See if we can reach them. And they've gone back. That's good. Okay, they changed their position, so we're going to aim at these guys. And because we're shooting over the walls, we're getting lob shots on, which does more damage overall than normal shots. We just need to not waste ammo. Okay, they're out of ammo, so we will put them in this blob. Bring them to there, them to there. Do you know what? I'm going to start moving them all at once to minimise the shots that they get in on us. Hydra can stay there. I could have used it to, like, block as we came through here, but it's not worth it. It's a lot of micro. Okay, they do have some archers that they brought forward, which is fine. We will turn around and get them now. And what I'm going to do now, bring all those to there, and then we're going to start hitting the gate. Mummy Morathi can come round as well, because she is reasonably good in melee. Okay, we're going to finish off the shooting. Get back. Go for these guys. They're out of ammo. Okay. Get rid of that. And that leaves 2 units left with ammo. We're going to move them to here. And this is our melee goon squad. We're just going to hit this. And now this. And it's just about shattering them in turn. Okay, we're not going to do any more chasing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these 2... Oh, we want him involved as well. Okay. I'm going to leave these 2 with some ammo in case we need some additional range. This will be the melee goon squad. This tower is now clear, which means that we can move these in. As well as all of these. And we'll goon these out as well. Because we've spent so much time just softening up units that they are not really equipped now for this fight. We're going to send... Hang on a second, let's get rid of these. And now these. Right, they've shattered. Right, the archers are still in skirmish mode. I'm going to start squadding these up again in case we need to use them in melee. Okay. Let's have a look. We've got no more range that we have to worry about. So we're going to bring these to here. And the Hydra has still got all of his flame breaths. So what we can do is, if they come at us, and they're going to, if we can get a good enough blob on, we can use the Hydra to flame breath a blob together. We're going to bring these in as well, because they are melee troops. They might as well be good for something. Okay, so I'm going to put the Master forward here. Because what I want is for them to charge him. Not them, but these guys instead. Right, so they're doing it. We're going to stick a flame breath right onto them, and then we're going to follow that in. Right, take that out. And as you can see, these are just getting embedded. I'll try and drag the Hydra out because I want to get another flame breath in.
Morathi.
And we'll bring these forward now because they can also shoot.
Onward.
This, annoyingly, is following the Hydra. That I could do without.
Watch now. Dark shards.
I'll get the Hydra out of the way.
Battle ready, as you say.
And there's the army loss penalty. It's really long, guys, I get it. But how else are you going to actually take out a settlement with this kind of army and this kind of garrison? Now, it won't always have this kind of army and garrison, but sometimes it can happen. So it's best for you to see how to do it so you can win that fight yourselves.
Sorceress ascend.
Alright, so that's basically as tough as that siege can really be at this stage of the game. We are going to loot and occupy that because at this stage that's a lot of money and a lot of interns.
You are unworthy of our riches.
We're unworthy of their riches, lads, but we've got them, so who the hell gives a shit what they think? We're not going to spend any money building it up. Now, Tiranoc now only has White Peak and the Griffin Gate, so we can actually finish them off by taking out White Peak.
I am Morathi.
So we are going to get Draft Master for Morathi.
Destructive, this one.
Stimulate growth.
Traitors do not love.
And again.
Whispers of disobedience.
And then this one. We will just go for Black Lotus. And that's it for this turn, with the exception of this. So you always want to turn off your intern assignment. You would rather have it over at Titan Peaks rather than Tiranoc. So we've got 258 that were automatically assigned to Tiranoc. We can't do anything about that because we can't deassign it before we arrive. Which is a bit stupid. You should be able to tell them we never want interns going there. But hey ho, it is what it is. Now we've got another 3 turns before the ancient city of Quintex hits tier 3. But we've got plenty of action to get on with before that. End the turn. As you can see, no one there likes us with the exception of the something of Cain, whatever the hell these are called.
I have a great many things to see to.
Scourge of Cain. Very nice of them to pop up and mention it to us. Non-aggression pact. I'd like a trade agreement with them. And I'd also quite like some money if they're willing to give it. They are, so that's good for us. We're not going to attack these guys. They're a distraction.
Your prestige grows.
And as you see, we just got a big influx of money there.
Conquest.
We'll just shut the narrator up quickly.
Mother
Now, what I'm going to do in a second, possibly, is send the masters over there. You can, if you want, leave the masters here to keep boosting growth for the ancient city of Quintex, but I felt that we needed the tanks, so I didn't do that. Now, let's have a look at this. Can we hit that? We can hit that.
You presume to command.
Let's have a look at the garrison.
Reality.
It's not terrible.
Even the Lawmaster could not.
But we are better than them, so we are going to step up and we are going to drag them all out to fight us. It reckons valiant defeat. I reckon it's wrong. Let's fight. Okay, now this map sucks for us because there's a lot of trees in it, but we'll be fine. We just have to pick the right spot, and I would say let's get the draw distance right so we can see it. I would like to avoid being flanked. Do you know what? I think there might be nothing for it. We might just have to fight this old school right in the middle. So we're going to do that. How many units of these do we have? We've got 8. Now, they might give us the opportunity to waste their ammo. That would be nice, but I'm not going to count on it.
First sorceress. Shadowy Overseer.
Oh, actually, just so that we can lure them into shooting range, because they have a bit higher range than we do. He doesn't have to come out as far, or stand back as far, I should say, because he can stalk. Okay. Right, Morathi's going to have to go looking for them. Apparently. Okay, if they're not pushing forward, we're going to. So I'm going to drag everyone. Yeah, they're over in the corner. Which actually kind of suits us. Gives us plenty of time for regen for the Hydra. Which we're going to push forward again.
On the move.
The regen on the Hydra is not particularly fast, but it gets there. And it can get up to full health in this battle. It looks like they're going to hold back. Now, if that's the case, we can waste their ammo, which will give us an even greater advantage. Now, it looks like they're coming forward, which I would prefer. I don't. If they give me the opportunity to waste their ammo, I will do it, but I would rather not, quite frankly. Let's go with that, that, and that in a checkerboard. And this here.
Morathi.
No, they are going to let us. So with that in mind, we're going to move forward a bit more and turn. And I'm not going to send Morathi forward. I'm going to send the strongest master, the one with the most health. Because they're going to have some archers here somewhere, as well as the Illyrian Reavers. This also gives us a chance to really drive up the replenishment of our Hydra, so they're playing directly into our hands here. Start bucking. There we go. I won't make you watch it. You know what I'm doing. Alright, we've not only wasted some archer ammo, we've also wasted a bunch of their magic. And the Hydra is almost completely healed up. The Master, not so much, but that's okay. We'll start bringing these a little bit further forward. We need to do something to prod them into coming forward to attack us. And what we're going to do is we are going to hit a Malekith into them. Oh, bit more ammo to deal with. Alright, they didn't really commit to the shooting there, and I don't care. We're going to hit that into them. And now we're going to get Morathi to absolutely haul ass back in this direction because there's cavalry coming at her.
Indeed.
Dark Rider crossbows.
And we're going to get the Masters forward.
Dark deed.
The Hydra is going to do fine here. Stick a flame breath on them. Yeah, didn't do a huge amount there. We'll get it to turn around. She can come back here. And they're getting pin-cushioned.
Carnage awaits.
Get the Master round to there. And these guys I'm going to have turn round.
Striding. Adept. Urathan. End it. Making ground. Ruthless. Destroy.
There we go.
My revenge
Morathi can hit a Malekith's. And then get out the way while this guy comes over to tank instead.
Mother of the Druki.
Dark Rider crossbows.
Morathi.
There we go.
Ready.
Yeah, they can get into there, and then I can drag Morathi out of the fight. Awesome. How's this Master getting along? He's okay.
Morathi. Fury, come forth.
Dark shark.
Need them shooting into there.
Druki. End them.
I want the Hydra to get out now because it's getting a bit too hurt for my liking. We're not going to get any replenishment over the end turn, you see.
Morathi.
Wage war.
Same for the Master. Just get him to move parallel so that they will shoot at him. Oh, we got some cav coming in at the side here. That's okay.
No mercy. Advancing.
And here as well.
Now. Dark shards.
This is why I like to side camp whenever I can, or corner camp.
Death. Cold-blooded killers. Dark elves.
Shoot them. Okay, Morathi should have another Malekith's in her.
At my command.
Okay, they're shattered. And they're wiped out. Get these out the way here. You guys shoot at them.
Troy.
And we got the army loss penalty. Which means we're going to chase these down. Those are archers with light armor. Killing them off would be lovely. That can chase over there. Where's Morathi? She's over here. We'll just have her chase those and we'll cast whenever we get the chance. Okay, that general's down. I think that unit's dead. Can't see. We will hold on for a second. Just let the Hydra regen, because it does have a little bit of regen left. But yeah, that's dealt with. We've wiped out most of what Tiranoc has left. We won't be able to take the settlement this turn, but we have crippled what they have.
I am victorious.
Obviously, we take the
I have
interns.
need of slaves.
Oh, it will let us take it. Okay, it moved. Winning the battle just moved us that little bit closer. We can auto-resolve that. We could have fought it manually, because then we'd have had the opportunity to heal up our Hydra,
What
but
was theirs
let's
is
make it
mine.
quick. That battle at Tiranoc was very, very long. Ogres, my lord, so we can get some of those as well.
Ogres, my lord. These brutish
Yeah. I'm so sick of hearing that speech. And now Morathi has Lightning Strike.
A terror to their enemies.
And we got Sycophantic Schemer for the Masters. We'll get extra... Let's go for extra training. Actually, no. Just in case, I'm going to get extra damage walls. And for one of them... Oh, we've got an extra point. Okay. There we go. That's fine. Now, for this one,
Traitors do not last.
I'm going to get him Sycophantic Schemer, and I'm going to get him Dark Steed, because then he can be our ammo waster if needs be.
Whispers of
He'll be better at it because he'll be on a horse.
See.
And for this one, we're just going to go... Deadeye. Whatever. Now, Tiranoc is basically down to the Griffin Gate now. Let's just check that to be certain. Yeah, that's the only thing they've got left.
You may approach. Protocol insists.
And
on
that
seeing
means that they can't really recruit anymore because we've taken their recruitment facilities away from them. They normally can't get a general out of the Griffin Gate. But never count on it because the AI does like to cheese. So for here, I'm going to go for public order and I'm going to demolish this because that's absolutely worthless. But it does present an opportunity for us here at White Peak. We're going to leave this up for the moment. What will that normally give us? We'll leave that as is for the moment.
Protector.
And in fact, you know what?
Speak.
I'm not going to bother repairing it for a second. What we're going to do here is we're going to demolish this building, Plateau of Dark Steeds, and we're going to build the intern pens, because that'll let us get our Black Ark.
Time has rotted your mind.
Now, Master Mundi rarely declares war on you early.
Your time with me is precious. So
We're not going to be making an alliance with them. It's just a very easy way to wind up getting dragged into extra wars. They have decided they want to go to war with us. That's okay.
Mother of the
We're going to get some ogres, my lord.
sorceress of Grog.
Mournfang cavalry.
I am the first sorceress.
We're going to go into ambush stats
Ambition
here.
makes haste.
And here we go with the intern pens. Not because we want interns here, but because it unlocks the Black Ark, right? One more turn and we can start tier 3ing Ancient City of Quintex. We're going to have a rebellion at Tiranoc. I don't care. Now here's the thing, we don't especially want to hold on to Tiranoc. It's just a handy logjam
We all want
while we get a
something.
foothold in against Alith Anar.
I will deliver Ulthuan.
So they didn't know we were here.
Naturally.
Certainly not.
That is a fairly chunky army right there because of the number of Lothern Sea Guard they have. But
watch
we
from
should
the
do
shadows.
fine against it.
Fear.
Yeah, it's saying Pyrrhic victory. That's not good for us. We have a little bit of garrison there. Nothing special. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, we'll do fine. Alright, tough fight here. Bear in mind, this faction won't necessarily always declare war on you, but it's best to be prepared for them to do so because High Elves are dicks. Morathi there. Bernie Boy there. That there. Leave them to the side. Him there. These here. Use this for our flank guard. I'm going to hide those.
First sorceress.
And we're going to see if it gives us the chance to waste ammo.
Master Druki!
We'll gamble. Wonderful.
On it!
And it looks like they will give us the chance to waste ammo. Right, these guys need to not fire at will. Them coming onto the map has disjointed things a little bit, but not hugely so. And you know what's going to happen here, so I'll... Oh my god, doing that on a horse was so much easier. Right, bring him all the way back. Hydra is on full health. Morathi is Morathi. And what we're going to do now is we're going to use these guys to aggravate them into attacking. So we are going to leave these here. Leave these here. And we'll also have these to help aggravate them as well. Speed that up again. Move these to here. And here. Just concealed by the hill. Get those to there. These to here. We're going to put shots into these Illyrian Reavers. And we'll charge them. We'll get the ranged units out the way. And the Illyrian Reavers are going to charge in faster, which is perfect for us.
Going now.
Because we don't have to worry about being shot. They do.
Dread spears. Attack!
And we'll just use this garrison here to soak up a couple of units.
Morathi.
And we're going to have these come over and harass them.
We are ready. Destroy!
Let's get these to here and these to here.
Attack!
There we go. Right, Morathi can now come forward. Him there. Him there. Him there. Hydra can come forward as well. We have that option. Keep bogging down that unit. And you guys can shoot it. In fact, no, we'll just get them out.
Dark Rider.
Heatmaker.
Okay, she can come back. Stick those there. Hydra back.
Battle ready.
Him there. Him there.
Master Druki.
Him there.
It will be.
And him there.
Wage war.
Hmm.
Advancing.
There we go.
Morathi.
She'll get a cast off in a second. I do want her to stay out of the way of the melee fight though, so we'll pull her back a little bit.
Run inside.
Feel my vengeance.
Nah, bog them down. Cool.
Mother of vengeance.
Dread spears.
That's still dragging them around.
All hope is lost.
Okay, the general's almost dead. The general is dead.
Mother of the Druki. At my command. Forward.
Get her out the way.
Dealers in death.
On the move.
Okay,
Druki.
these guys, I'm going to turn around and have them shooting into these.
Morathi.
And that's the army loss penalty. These,
Dark Rider.
can we chase them down? Probably not. No, Illyrian Reaver Archers are pretty fast. We're slightly faster. See if you can wipe out that unit, though.
At once. Bleak swords.
Fury of Nagabon.
This guy, I believe, is on horseback. Yep, so
Feel my fury.
Glorious dark.
turn these round.
Our sorcery is Eurathan.
Okay, won't make you watch me mucking about with this.
Take these wretches away.
Now, there's another Illyrian army here, so we do want to wipe this lot out.
Victorious.
With Morathi, we're now going to concentrate on her spells.
A terror to their enemies.
Get hit points for these, because obviously that's useful.
A would-be traitor amongst us. Traitors do not last long. Mother of the...
Now, because there's another army nearby, I don't want to take chances here. I will fight this manually, but you don't need to see it.
Zans.
Cal Surprise, guys, that
I
was
have
super
need of
easy.
slaves.
So that's dealt with.
Hag sorceress.
We don't have the opportunity to go into ambush stance here, which I would have liked to try and catch them out. Oh, actually we do. Just about. Just about. We will go for that. It didn't look like we could, but I'll take it. Not overly worried about them, even though that army looks like a pain in the ass. We can deal with it.
Master could not.
Whispers of disobedience.
And for him, we'll go for increase in turn income. Do you know, I'm wondering if we should just get rid of that now while we've got the chance.
For Cain.
We can't reach it. Yeah, we can't reach it.
Ambition makes haste.
Ambush stats, try and lure this lot out, and then we'll get rid of them as well. Another 2 turns, and we'll have the intern pens there.
I am victorious.
And we can start building up the ancient city of Quintex there. We're going to go back to public order for that now that we've got tier 3 on ancient city of Quintex. Because our right has now finished, I believe. Yep. Etain has declared war on the Scourge of Cain. That's normal. Bleakhold's being destroyed. They're literally just Alith Anar's whipping boys.
Power blooms within me.
They opted not to go for it.
Sorceress.
Morathi, I'm going to go for Soulblight there.
First sorceress. Unlikely. No.
It's showing decisive victory, but with artillery there and an eagle, I don't especially trust that. I'm going to fight it manually. I won't make you watch it, of course, because it's going to be simple.
New toy.
Simple enough. Except for the fact that they've apparently retreated halfway to Lothern. but we will rush round, get that,
To the vengeance
auto-resolve.
I have need of slaves.
Unlocked a regiment of renown, that's fine. And what we'll do is we will just force march them inside Tiranoc. Again, not going to bother putting any money into it. Morathi is one away from being able to get Sulifet. We will go for Doom and Darkness there. And these guys now have maximum stimulate growth.
Hate.
And a martial name of power. Each. Yeah, ammunition. He can't shoot for a start, so that's a bit worthless. But it does enable poison attacks and melee plus 12. But that extra weapon strength of 20% will go for that. This one, again, stimulate growth, martial name of power. Get that ward save, definitely.
I am Morathi.
And for our boy here,
Amongst us.
he would be much better to have had that martial name of power, but they don't get them on assassins, so there you go.
I watch from the shadows.
We'll just hang out in there. We'll see what they want to do. But to be honest, Tiranoc has served its purpose for now. It would be nice to hold on to it for the purposes of having a foothold on Ulthuan, but it's not essential that you do that. Now we're just going to unlock these two so that we can get to upgrade one. We do have the option to start tier 2ing Tiranoc, but is it worth it? I feel probably not. I'm going to leave it without having spent any extra on it for now, aside from that, which we need. So we'll end the turn. Nagaryth being at war with the Shadow Ghoul War Herd helps us out. Okay. So what we want to look at here now is we're going to head towards Arendheim.
Immediately.
Because we want to sucker punch Alith Anar while we've got the chance. So we're going to head over there super fast. Now, the garrison of Arendheim is always bloody horrible because it's literally all range. So you need to be prepared for that. While we're here as well, we're going to hit the sacrifice to Mathlan. And we're going to recruit ourselves a Black Ark. Absolutely essential for any Dark Elf campaign. We're not going to recruit any units for it now because we've got other things to prioritize. But we are going to start building up the Moon Shard. Just because we can. End the turn.
The mother of the Druki will hear your request.
I mean, if you want military access, ooh, they're willing to pay a fair bit for it, apparently. They can have it. Trusted friends. You can trust us. We're very trustworthy. Super trustworthy, I would say.
Mother of the
Which is why we're about to do this. Very, very trustworthy Dark Elves.
back.
And as you can see, we can auto-resolve past that if we want to. But I don't know what Alith Anar's got in the area, so I'm sure as shit not going to do that. We want the Black Ark. The Black Ark bombardments are close enough, so that is excellent for us.
Guide us, Kay.
Alright, let's get on with it. This is a tough one because the garrison of Arendheim is much better than the garrison of Tiranoc was, so we need to make some moves here to neutralize it, and that's another reason why we wanted a master on a horse. Again, groups of 2. There's also artillery inside Arnheim, so yay. Got to deal with that too. But it's doable. This is why you take so long, though, before attacking it. You want to be prepared. Put the Hydra there. And this is the master on the horse, so I'm going to put him here, hidden. Leave that one there. Morathi there. The Hydra can't hide. Let's go. I'm going to move the Hydra to there. And this guy's going to go and waste some ammo. Oh, the assassin, he can't be seen anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Get going! Execute! Quick! Moving!
Tower doesn't seem to be shooting. That's fine. It will start eventually.
Making ground! Over there! Striding! Away!
Almost there.
Into position! Quick!
And there we go. We're between the towers.
In motion! Moving! Over there!
Okay. Won't make you watch it. Right, so wasted almost everything they've got, but the one thing that hasn't fired at us so far is the artillery, so we're going to start hitting that. With the Black Ark bombardments. Take out any of their actual pieces? Nope, not yet. Okay, they are still shooting at us. They only have a couple of units left with ammo. Just want to draw attention to the fact that while we were doing that, we managed to con them into shooting their own unit in the back for 9 kills. And almost half their health gone. So yeah, it's free real estate, as the meme says. Okay, how many of those? We haven't destroyed one of these yet. Yeah, these are pretty hard to take out, but hey-ho. Oh, they moved this time. God, they're annoying. Yeah, we didn't manage to take out any of the actual artillery pieces there, but it's fine. Now, we're going to get Morathi over here, and she's going to start casting some spells. How much magic do we have? Not a huge amount, but we have some. She also has managed to pick up the Whip of Agony, which will be useful for dealing with the Eagle if we do actually have to fight it, which we probably won't. Again, we're going to min-max the hell out of the magic just to get the most damage through. And I want to try and find a way to make that artillery start firing at something. So I'm going to pull the Hydra out to here. What direction is it facing in? It's not facing the right way to actually attack us, which is fine, but I would rather it started using its ammo. Yeah, still plenty of magic. And only one ranged unit and the artillery that we have to worry about. Now, we could be using something like Soulblight, for example, to reduce their armor, but nah. Honestly, I'd rather just use the direct damage. She's already got 50 kills from this, and it's not a great spell. See, other units there damaged because they were shooting into the backs of each other. We'll go for the undamaged ones. How many are left in here? 40. Yeah, we'll hit one more into that one as well. Cool, that unit's almost dead. And at this moment, I'm going to start bringing some archers forward. Don't want to overcommit to them because there you go. There's the fucking artillery firing. Oh, actually, that was the tower. That's fine. The artillery is likely to fire, though, now that we have these in the field. We're going to... There you go, see? Get those to there. See, the sneaky bastards didn't go for the Hydra at all. They're smart. Better play to them. I'm going to try getting them to go for the Hydra by putting the Hydra there. We'll go for that unit. Okay, there's a unit right here. Let's try shooting it. Yeah, really don't like what they're doing with that fucking artillery. Especially now the tower's activated. To be fair, most of their ammo is gone, so if we lose a couple of units to that, it's not a big deal. Let's try and get them away from this tower because they're activating it. Pull these round to the side a little bit. That should make it so that they can't shoot it anymore. They've moved away from this tower, so... How much ammo left? Not that much. Would just be nice if they'd aim at the bloody Hydra instead. Because that can regen. There we go. Now they're going for the Hydra. And they're out of ammo. Excellent. Now we can start to swing. Right, they've shattered. They're dead. They're going to activate the tower. Let's get back. Little turds. Get these to here, and then we're going to back shoot these. And all we're going to do is just keep swapping them over. 2 units at a time. Come over, shoot. Come over, shoot. I'm only going to show you a little bit of this because honestly, I don't think you need to see everything here. You're pretty wise to how it is that we take on these big high elf sieges now. Got another Malekith stew. Okay, they're no longer activating this tower for some reason. Let's get rid of those just to make sure that's the case. Okay, and we'll come across to here. Oh, absolutely vaporized. You've just got to create a little firing angle for yourself. They're completely out of ammo. Just bring them to here. And now that the artillery's out of ammo, we can bring everyone forward to here. We're going to let the Hydra stand there and block. And Morathi's going to cast a Power of Darkness on there so she can max out her magic. Take all of them off of fire at will. It's worth one more on there, and that should get us up to 30. Not quite. We got to 29. Okay, we can get another 5 casts out. Get these to here. Maybe I should actually do one on those, because that will get rid of them. Honestly, army losses cannot be far away here. I'm going to send the Hydra now over to start attacking the gates, because that will change their movement a little bit. There we go. Tower is deactivated. Only 2 of those left. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to pause it from here because, let's face it, you know what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to pick away at them. Just to give you a little bit of additional information here, this is why I broke open the gates here. It's because we get a straight shot at the general. If you don't get a straight shot at the general, it's absolutely fine because you can just lob shot him. And he's shattered. And we got the army loss penalty. Very timely. Okay. And we are going to loot and occupy. Now, what you might be wondering there is, why take so much effort over it? The reason for taking so much time over it is that Alith Anar is a legendary lord. You can't mess with that. You have to use every advantage you can in case he shows up with something hardcore. We're just going to go with growth here, because he might have a full stack very nearby. And if he does, that's a pain in your ass. So you need to be ready to handle that. And that's what we did. We made sure that we have our full army in place. Now Morathi can now have Sulifet. Huge advantage, because now she is an absolute maestro for wasting ammo, which you want against Alith Anar, believe me. We will get... We'll just get Scavenge for him for now. But yeah, we now have Arendheim, all of the Titan Peaks, and all of Tiranoc. So we have a foothold on Ulthuan, and we have taken Alith Anar's capital. Now, he's taken territory further north, but he has a Skaven problem. And he only has one capital province, one capital settlement, which is Haghall, which is tier 1. So he's in deep crap. And we've managed this at turn 17. So we're going to end this turn. And Clan Rictus has now declared war on Nagaryth, which almost always happens. The Heralds of Ariel have declared war on us. That's fine. They don't normally stray that far out. Now, here's what we're going to do here. This Black Ark can't recruit anything particularly good right now. So we're going to bring it to here, because it can only recruit Black Ark Corsairs. And we're going to give it our entire army. Notice that our costs have now absolutely plummeted, because we get the benefit of the Black Ark reduction in terms of the costs of our army. That can now sit inside Arnheim for the moment and go over and defend Tiranoc if we need it to. And Morathi can come over here and start recruiting her own Darkshard army. Now here, you want to take this to Halls of Ravaging so that you can get Reaper Bolt Throwers. You want to put walls up so you don't have to keep rushing back to defend Ancient City of Quintex. You are going to have to do that at some point relatively soon. But you've got plenty of recruitment time along the way, and the garrison there will be able to help you out.
Dreadlord of Nagaryth.
You've got your masters here in good shape. I'm going to say from here we just get Ward of Cain for him.
A would-be traitor
And for him, and note that they're also helping you to build up Arnheim with their presence too. So that is all good. And that's basically it, guys. We now have all of the Titan peaks. We have Arendheim with a Black Ark, fully equipped and ready to fight there. If we need to give it to a general to help up at Ancient City of Quintex, that's absolutely fine. We'll recruit another general because we've got loads of money in there. We've got a foothold on Ulthuan. We are thoroughly set to go through the rest of this campaign because we will soon have a full Black Ark, a full army. We can push in on Alith Anar. We can use the Black Ark to defend Tiranoc. We can start attacking other settlements on Ulthuan. We can even send the Black Ark round to get Lothern. Everything is coming up roses for Morathi. It's a very long video, I understand that, but that's because it's such a complex start position and the fights are so involved if you want to be successful on it. Hopefully in your campaign you are going to be successful on it. Hopefully your campaign will be slightly easier than mine because it threw me a couple of curveballs here. But it's all good. We are looking strong. If you have enjoyed this video or found it helpful or both, I'd appreciate if you hit like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Cheers.